First of all, I was just in a conversation with myself in the bathroom, and I was like, I said thank you to Spirit, and I was seeing me going up to, no, me saying thank you, and then that energy flow being put up this white tube, clear white tube, and it was like thank you, my thank you. It was going up like it was words, but it was also like a thought, but it was like gold. And it went up, it went up, it went up, and then it fell on like this bench or like this wooden structure. It looked like a wooden structure, but it was gold, and it fell on it and then like blended in, and like it stuck there. It went, you know, like covering the surface, but very very little. It's like it was like it added a piece of tissue to. It's like you wrapped a piece of tissue around like the side part of a bench, or like it was creating it. Anyway, I said to myself, oh, I would love to, I would love to add to that golden bridge is the mistake but that's not the mistake. They were calling it a golden bridge, and I was saying something totally different, and literally I said bridge by mistake, and that's what it was. I know it, man, it just doesn't, you can't get it, but because you're not in my head. But all right, so then I realized that this golden bridge, it's like we're building it little by little, and there's no one there. It looks like there's a bridge over water and then a blue sky, and like there's like grass on the side. That's it. That's like what this world is. And like I was like, well, I've never been there, and I realized, I was like, this is not inhabitable. This is not an inhabitable, but this dimension. But this is a dimension. It's a huge ass dimension. Huge dimension. Big as ours. Big as ours. But if you were ever to go there, which you cannot, if you were ever to go there, you can observe there. You can observe it. See how the bridge is doing. I'm looking at it right now. But it's like you can't stay there. You can't walk on that bridge. It's like the dimension is extremely huge, but not huge enough to even carry one spirit. It's like a equal sign to separate two different elements. Yes, it's the, or the plus sign, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not the element though. I can't be the element. I'm just here to say parentheses. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the energy that I got from that place. And I realized that, oh, all dimensions are not actually inhabitable. What? Blew my fucking head. I'm like, wait, a dimension is for me. I'm like, no. But a dimension is for something. I don't know what it is. You guys, we're learning at the same time, okay? Anyway. So then I look at one of my ancestors. I don't think it was grandma, right? It wasn't grandma. And so like I looked at one of my ancestors, and they was like, that's it. They started, I like to hear claps. I love that. It feels crisp to me, like a group of people clapping, and that's what they play in my head. So that's what, when I get something very bright, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they did. And then I was like, Grandma, is that true? Oh, this reading might not be about me. This reading might not be about me. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, some readings might not be about me at all. And I'm thinking that this is one of them, because this is like what they're prefacing this with. They wanted me to wake up in the morning, and be fresh. Okay, so look, I look crazy, so I'm not gonna show you me. I'll show you my hand. Hello. All right. So look, this is what happened. So yesterday was Sunday, and Sundays are my ancestral day. So I didn't get a chance to do the reading that I always do on Sundays, so I did it really late. Um, and so by the time I did it, my candle is not. It was lit last night, and I lit it again today. Or all of yesterday, and then I lit it again today, to get this reading. So they were like, go to bed. And then they were just like, just read it when you're fresh in the morning. So I put my books over it, and I just read it again. And it was just really, sorry, that's my morning smoothie. But like it was so beautiful. I just wanted to share it with you. So we're taking it in columns, and we're going over like this, like that. Okay, so first of all, well, I guess I could just tell you the story. So she remembers being loved. Um, I don't know if who, this is one of my ancestors. She remembers being loved, loving, being nurturing, taking care of people, providing for people, a providing parent. Under that, so she remembers that, but she was always waiting for like the blessings to rain down on her. You know what I'm saying? And it was like never happening. And it's like, well, I'm being a good person. Like, why isn't this happening? I'm very loving. Until she said, you know what? Things that don't give me life, I'm not loving them anymore. Ten of swords. It's the end of that. Things that do not give me life, I am not loving anymore. And then voila, she started picking up passion, right? Sorry, two of fire. She started picking up passion and going into, now also Zolrak, it's different definitions. So yeah, so she came into union with that physical idea of being her own blessing, right? Remember, she's waiting for the blessings to come down on her, but it never did. Now she becomes one with the idea of being her own blessing. And voila, what happens next? The two of earth is like balancing two situations at once. And because she was able to do that, she created passion. Okay, three of fire, she created passion within herself. And that kept burning and burning and burning, right? And so she created like this trifecta basically, like within herself, where she didn't have to base what she was doing off of the people that she was helping that was in her life or whatever. It was only about her. Then you come down here, and I got confused because it was the five of swords, which is separation, but then the Lover's card, and I'm like, what? So then they said it's about success of separation. So what is that? I kept on thinking about how yesterday I had a conversation with my cousin, and I was saying like, oh wow, that's how we manifest, is because she was saying something, and I was like, yo, that's how you're gonna fucking manifest, because it's yours, and that's how we have to act. Like, we know it's ours already, you know? And so it's like, because she knows that she belongs in a relationship that has love and has receptivity, and she's not just taking care of and providing, like she's being provided for. She decided to separate herself from those lovers that aren't like her. It's like, this is the red flag, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, that's not even a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just playing, but seriously. It's like, and so what I did was I became abstinent. And last night, talking to my cousin, like, I was like, oh shit, like, I guess I am abstinent now. But like, I haven't had sex, because it's just like, I've realized that none of these men I was having sex with um, fit my standards, for being inside of my house, let alone inside of me, as the feminine. And so I decided to just not have any sex. So then it's about, this is the 8 of cups under here, so we have 8 and 8 again, so that's like, infinity. Infinity Wars. But it's about going someplace, leaving behind things to go someplace. And okay, and so okay, so what happens here is that she says, I'm not going to give any more life to things that are not giving me life back. All right. And then what happens is she goes through this new door, and so she ends up being able to like stack her own coin up, right? But then and also she's coming together with something. She's coming together with something. I don't know if it's a job, or I don't know if it's an occupation. I mean, I don't know if it's a person. Maybe she made a business deal or something, but she's coming together with something, and she's able to stack her money up because she's made this decision not to give life to things that give her no life. All right. So then she's up here, and she's with this two down here, but the two is up here, right? Two of earth, and so that two comes up here, and it's like this is giving her you know, what she needs, because it's very much the three of wands is very much that energy of you are ready to take it to the next level because you've built up this passion. You've been doing this for a while, creating passion. You've been doing this for a while. You've been when you start at number 3, you've been doing it a long time because you are creating something, and something is created by you keeping on the regimen, keeping on going over and over and over. So it implies time. The number 3 implies time. So now you're ready to take it to the next level. How do you do that? This is explaining how she did that. What she did was she started to cut off and cut away, break up from the things that were not like her, the things that she had no. This is the red flag, babe. This is like a beast. That's not your lover. So it's kind of like she was breaking up with the false sense of the lovers. Okay. Then you get up here, and it's like being trapped. This one, let me show you the picture on this. This is okay. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. So already, if you don't know what the 8 of Swords is, okay, that is pretty much the same card, 8 and 8. It's so crazy how that happens. And the next element that you have on the water is air. And so that's heavily related. That's crazy. And so she says she feels even bound by those who did not serve her as she has served. So this is talking about a friend who does not speculate, but is very giving and expects her friends to be giving the same way she is. So this is what that says. Like she's like making sure that everybody who she did stay with, right? Excuse me. Everybody who she did stay with, that they're not just the ones that she was nurturing, it is the ones that were giving her some nurture back. So that's very good that she did that. But to explain that is like this meditative mindset that she had to go into as she is calling the lover. As she is calling the lover. And so then you start to be available to have a lover, because now you're saying like I'm not giving out all my fucking love. Like I've went through my little transition moment, my death, okay? And my transition moment, right? And now who I am is this person that will check. Okay? Cuz you see how he's checking to make sure that it's like it's bearing the fruit. It's the same thing I was talking about the other day with my spider plant, is that honey, you cannot grow flowers, because if you grow flowers, you're going to try to die on me because you're like, "Oh, I'm older." Like, no, baby. Keep giving of your fruit. Keep bearing yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so here we are at the 4 of Swords, where it's like the meditative contemplative energy, talking to yourself, understanding yourself, and that is what breeds the perfect weather for passionate relationship. All right. And so that what that makes you do is that makes you start heeding your shadow self, start integrating your shadow self, start becoming a whole person. And it is because of this heartbreak, because remember that the heartbreak was over here when she was witnessing that, oh, I'm so nurturing, but people just don't be giving me, why am I waiting? Why am I waiting for these blessings to fall upon me? It's because people don't give me what I'm giving them. So now it's this appreciation for self. And so because of that, these are the type of judgments that you have to be making now. Right now, the judgments that we need to be making are for our shadow self. Are we integrating with our shadow self? Your shadow self is not anything dangerous, okay? What it is someone who is telling you how to be better. Someone who is telling you, hey, guess what? I saw that. And I'm not going to just sit there and do nothing. I'm going to perpetually make your life worse until you address these issues that happened when we were 11. I know we're 35. Let's go. Address it, because what it does is it makes the same crack in your mold happen every single year. After age 11, you got cracked at age 11 and you weren't able to heal that. Okay, so within those 5 years, that's when we expected to heal it, but we chose not to. Given the society and the world that we live in, we choose not to heal those things that need healing. We run away from them. That's what we do. Okay, and so making these calls is what has to happen. And then down here, it's like, after you make that, now we all know I'm tourist, but I'll just leave that. I'll just leave that right there where it lay. But the Ace of Earth is the end all be all great. I'll just read you this one out of the book, because why take my words? All projects undertaken at the financial and material level will be successful, profitable, and beneficial. Undertaking producing profit, conquering everything in the way. Okay, so basically here what I'm saying is the moon card is the integration of the shadow self within the self. And when you make these moves, when you make these decisions, these judgment calls, i.e. the King of Swords, this is when you are being the king of judgment. You are making the correct judgment calls that need to be made, all right, strictly. Then what that does is that frees up the Ace of Earth. The Ace of Coins is about good situations, everything that's great, like I just said. But now you're going to be able to keep these coins that you collect. With the Four of Earth, it's about keeping these things in and growing them. Okay, and then four is about balance as well. So that, and then okay, so the energy is about to change. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. All right, I tried to ignore this the whole time, but oh my god, I tried to ignore this the whole fucking time. All right, look. Did you hear that? A large black animal. I can't believe this shit. All right, this be some bullshit. I tried. Y'all, I be trying not to wage war. I really do. But look at this bullshit. Let us think of a dark, black, huge animal with a terrifying roar, which could be just a mask to safeguard its habitat, since it's not carnivorous. Ugh, girl. Okay, this is. Oh my god. And this is this deck. I thought it was made by a black person, but it's just. And it's not even about the color. It's just about the fact that it's like, how many of these decks do I have to go through, and just like looking at these meanings and being like a person who can see through society and says, that's your definition for the moon card? What did they say for the moon card? It was some bullshit. It was basically everything you call the feminine. Everything you fucking call the feminine. Just unknown. She's not there. She's mean. She's cold. Like, that is not what the moon means. No. Ugh. That's so gross. And look at this, and look how they're fucking describing this animal like, oh, dark and black and scary. Like, bitch, this is supposed to be. And It's so fucked up. It's a worldview that is so fucked up that if anything is dark, then it is something to be feared. It is something to not be messed with. If it like this is a fucking part of you. I can't stand it. If you don't understand this, I don't give a shit, okay? I'm sorry. Click off. This is the end of the video anyway. But I'm not gonna have too many of these. What's the names? So many of these cards. Like I know I should like just not by black people. I think that this woman is Egyptian, but just even when you look at the book, you can look at the social constructs and see who the people are, y'all. Like when you look closely. I don't know about the African American tarot, and I'm about to find out right now. But this, I saw a red-haired woman. I'm not gonna lie, Lita, and these names are quite misleading. Zolrak over there, Lita Richardson. I need to know who these bitches are. I need to know who these people are. I need to know who these bitches are because it's just like it annoys me. I mean, and then this one, oh well, this isn't even trying to be black, but that was just no bueno, no fucking bueno. All right, yes, I'm eating my breakfast right here. That's this is a lot. That's a lot, but maybe that's what I had to do. But it's just you can still understand and you can still grasp the meanings because these people were making them with well intentions. Okay, remember that people don't think of, you know, when humans within the diaspora of racism, it's like humans don't end up thinking, oh, maybe this should be done by somebody who is of these cultures. You know what I'm saying? They don't end up thinking that. And that's where we get into the trouble because then later on, you know, I'm not a person who concentrates on the physical. I'm not That's not me. That's not who I ever was. I don't concentrate on the physical. I concentrate on the spiritual. I'm a very, very feminine person. I'm a very feminine being. Or this is how I manifested. So literally what I'm going to see is who they are through the definitions that they're giving. Now, Zorak has a lot of different he talks very deeply. He talks very deeply about stuff, but I I I I mean, there is like this certain thing that he does where it's just like, oh, I'm gonna use these big words, and I'm just like, girl, do you actually want people to understand? Like, what is it? What are you trying to like accomplish here? That's what I want to know. And then it's just like this is the reason why people don't like people of other cultures commentating and making such big moves. This is a big move. I be worrying myself if people are gonna doubt me because of my queerness. You know what I'm saying? And not understand that a shaman is a real thing. You guys, I just want this to be a calling. If you know of any people, you see I already got the Modern Witch Tarot. Like, if you know people who, I feel like the African American Tarot was created by black people, or at least somebody who was in cahoots with a black person. But like, because it has the oh oh my god. But anyway. If you know any people who are black and trans, that black and trans, if you find people who are black and trans and you give me and I didn't know about them, I'll give you a free reading. I swear, I'll give you a free fucking reading if you find me some decks that are made by black and trans people. I will give you a free reading. But if it's just like if you could just find me, like, I really do want you to help me though, find people who like decks that are made by black people, so that I can look through them. And if I, you know what? Yeah, if you find me a deck that is by a black person or a trans person, I will give you a half price reading. But if you find me a deck that's made by a black trans person, that's a free reading. That's a free fucking reading. Okay? All right. I love you. Sorry, but no, I'm not sorry. Dang, I'm not sorry because the message is still here. Okay, the message is still fucking here. All right. So, and it's probably like a double message now. All right, but I don't want this to be 20 minutes. I love you.